Hello guys and welcome to another legendary stream right here on Twitch and YouTube. Congratulations on being first. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you had an amazing Friday / week so far. Hope you don't have to fantastic. Thank you. And today we are obviously going to continue the 007 First Light grind on the purest difficulty. Last week we tackled a lot of the TAC Sim challenges. I might want to see today what else I can do before continuing the main story further. And a little bit of hacking the mainframe, as Dogmaster would put it, beforehand, because I quickly want to talk about a few things advancedly related, because there were actually 2 updates this week, and it'd be weird not to touch on anything that I've done. Yo, thank you so freaking much! Oh my god! Thank you so much! I really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much for the 3 month in a row. That is crazy. So, 25 push-ups, 25 squats, or like 5 one-arm push-ups on either side. The one thing I was about to check if whether the recent sub thing actually updates, because it does! Oh my god, yes! Okay. Because my stream labels actually doesn't render anymore. Let me show you guys what I mean. I apologize for anyone that is not a fan of light mode. I can't do much about that. Zeski, oh my god, welcome in. My stream labels does not render. There is nothing here. It's supposed to show the activity list, but for the last week or so, I even updated to the latest version. It's just like a complete render bug. I cleared all the app data. I cleared all the cache. I do not understand what is going on here. I like this. Well, I use the stream labels because it allows me to have... Well, it allows me to have this text down here updated. So, to be honest, I don't really need it to show up here. The stream... Like, there's some weird fly. Okay, it's just a regular fly. The stream labels allows me to like re-trigger certain alerts. So technically, Funda sub, I could just like replay the alert if I somehow missed it or somehow it bugged out or whatever. Since this all still updates, I guess I don't have to really care. It just bothered me, but wow, okay. Thank God, it actually just updates, so my problem is solved, to be honest. You have an idea. So Thunder was seat-based in 1.12. Surely Mojang will make it seat-based again if I make a bug report? Dude, I mean, there's no reason not to. They might flag it as a feature request, though. I don't know. I've tried something similar before with just advancements, like suggesting they should add more advancements in regards to game features. Of course, that's more of a feature request. There's no reason in not trying, but they might not see it as a bug. But that would be insane. That would be insane. I mean, it doesn't affect much in random seed, but that would be insane. But then I'd also be scared if the seed that you're playing on would be really bad. Yeah, go for it. Oh my god, go for it. Also, Oscar, I posted your Shulker plus Warden skip setup in AA Court. It is so crazy. It is so wild. I mean, for SSG, it kind of makes sense. But I think for a lot of random seed stuff, it's not feasible. Oh yeah, Seskio posted your 200 Thunderless run as well. I cannot believe that it's not sub 2. Yeah, so people definitely know about your sub 2 as well. Thank you, Seskio, for posting that. I kind of forgot. And why is everyone watching that video? Yeah, because it's an Acorn, which to some tiny community makes it public. It is a beautiful time, but it is also kind of triggering. But yeah, you beat the 116 RSG Thunderless time as well. That's just crazy. Yeah, Oscar's super tough. Teska, hope you're doing amazing as well. Hello. What I quickly wanted to check. Actually, I don't think I'm even logged in on YouTube on this one. On Brave here. No, I'm not even... because I quickly want to catch up on a few things advancedly related, just to talk about the new features that I've added. Oh no, I'm logging in. Because, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Go check out Oscar. He's linked on my channel. and go to playlists. No, I don't want to have notifications. Shut up. And go like latest. Where are we? 48 devlogs already. It's just crazy. So this is gonna be 49th today. Oh my god, the last one is 1.5.0. Okay, I gotta speed up a little bit. Holy, because I want to catch up on a few things. So let's go over that first, because it's gonna be exciting. Oh my freaking god. Quick drive by to keep my streak. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have the TP ceremony today, tech later. Wait, TP ceremony? That's something similar we used to do with like freaking scouts back in the day. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. It's a shame he isn't showing his runs more to the public and making them verifiable. Either very, yeah, like currently I gotta be honest. I currently lack the motivation to go the entire length of like fighting for Oscar's Fortschrittsuhr, which is like his progress clock, to become verifiable. Yeah, it's just because it reads an entry that you won't have access to through the regular statistic and advancement files, makes it so much more difficult. Plus, I'm in a position with Advancedly where I don't want to like even mess with it, because ultimately it just sounds like I'm trying to make a benefit off of it as well. So it's like hard. But I guess you can update the link to my new channel in the events. Wait, I did not do that. I did not do that. I did not do that. Oh yeah, I have you in like. Oh yeah, I want to update this because this links to your GitHub that doesn't even exist anymore. So I guess I can. Yeah, I mean, leaking this now doesn't really make sense anymore. Which is why I'm gonna do that right away. Let me. What's the best way to get your channel link to your channel? Can I share it from here? Yes. Yes. Bang. Cool. I'll update it here. And I don't think I have it anywhere else. That is awesome, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. That is actually really, really awesome. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely just did that. Awesome. Now, I gotta be quick. I didn't realize I haven't made a devlog in so long. I really want to sprint through this. I've talked about the template stuff. Ghost players, I mean, this is a pretty simple concept. There was a lot of stuff related to co-op, obviously. This basically just treats players... God, this fly is annoying me. Player files that aren't directly connected to the lobby as players as well. And you can just choose them. It fetches the UUID, or fetches the name off of the UUID, so the file name. But it goes a step further, so if you have Hermes, it double checks that with Hermes as well. So it just fully lines up. I don't think there's too much to talk about there. It just, yeah, treats ghost players as the same, as if they were connected. And you can also assign ghost players to complex advancements as well. I added a custom completion threshold because Antoine actually came to me and was like, yo, I want to run 0.5%, which is why you have this down here now. It's quite unspectacular. You basically have this tooltip shows exactly how many advancements are available. Obviously, the percentage just peaks out at 100. And so if you say you want to run exactly 0.5%, you would obviously, in this case, just set the advancements to 40. This is a test template, but it still has all 116 advancements. And the game would basically just treat it as completed with only 40 advancements done. And you can obviously choose, yeah, either or. So if you have it like this, I mean, that doesn't make much sense. You would do it like 50%. But keep in mind, again, the progress percentage and advancements are independent, because anything that isn't an advancement is towards the progress percentage. So usually you don't really need this, but if you want both to exactly be above 40 and 50%, then you would, yeah, have it as and. Otherwise, it's just either or. This is pretty cool. So yeah, you can run 0.5%. there. I'm just going to have Minecraft open so it doesn't show the warning. Then bulk layout improvements. What even did I do here? I mean, this is not too big of a deal because it's relatively niche. Oh yeah. So one of the more recent changes is that, let me reset the camera. There we go. You can obviously change the hiding mode from here directly. That's one of the latest changes. And we have the inverted. I don't even know if I properly showed this, where, yeah, anything that is complete lights up. This is basically what EA2 kind of has by default as well. Yeah. Your super awesome template. Yeah, it's default everywhere now. Always putting your name. It is absolutely beautiful. I did go the length and updated, because you initially made a 26.1. So it's really cool. So when you go edit template, it immediately updates the template now. So you never run into the issue of like not being able to open up the visual layout editor. So this is the template you initially made. I just made sure to like line up everything. I compacted a lot of things. I added another line here. Made all of these lines consistent. Because, and I actually did this, since this is exactly 66, sorry. These are exactly 66 advancements. They perfectly line up. And so what I did, I selected all of these individually, doesn't matter, then did a bulk action, layout coordinates, and then did the offset with like 11 columns, and I don't know what I did, like 140 in horizontal, and okay, these numbers are not accurate. And then you can literally just apply, and it will do the entire grid. So yeah, there's a lot of template management stuff they can do, and it toggles based off of what changes. So you can see, if I want to turn off text position for all of the selected ones, I could say I turn it off, or like I have it turned off, and I want to turn it on for everything. You can see it like changes depending on what I did. So now the check mark is gone, and so if I want to force enable it for everything, I can do that individually. It basically works like GitHub in a sense, where any difference is like staged. It's really cool. There's so much you can do with just this little window, in terms of alignment on all different text positions. Oh yeah, you are the guy that made the advancing template. Please let that happen. Please let that happen. That'd be awesome. That'd be very awesome. Yeah, obviously for all of the official templates, I made sure German and Chinese translations are also here. The Chinese one doesn't show because the font doesn't support it. Yeah, I don't have any official like different layout files, but I wanted to add that because we were initially talking about that during co-op. That it'd be cool to have like the same template but different layouts. So that is now a thing. It's completely separate, and you can make your own files. Yeah. For the all blocks tracker, might be mistaken. Yeah, Magnissima did that. And I might ask them again for how they did it exactly. But yeah, there's a lot of like additional Python magic you kind of have to do. Same thing with the Blazing Caves template. Currently, that kind of steps outside of the line of what I view Advancedly as. Like, Advancedly should be the progress tracker. Not. I did think about making like a separate piece of software that allows you to automate templates, but I'm trying to kind of all shove it into one thing, which is why I have like a lot of these import things, because you can import from other templates. That's a nice little feature. You can also import from a player file and then see the differences, right? Like, you can see which advancements are in the template and are not in the player file, or which ones are in the player file and not in the template. Same thing with updated criteria. I made a lot, and I think I'm getting quite far with, at least in terms of just the player files, to allow updates. So like, updating a Blazing Caves advancement pack across future versions should be relatively easy now. So that is super, super huge. Okay. What else? I gotta just like speed up a little bit. UI polish. Oh yeah, I mentioned that now because people kept forgetting that on Windows specifically, it says this use game capture here, right? It just like sticks out even more because people kept missing it, and I don't know why it doesn't work with window capture, but whatever. Then anything else? Custom completion threshold, ghost players, that's all chill. Yep. Then we have the new background textures from Doi Pingu. Super kind for him to send that over. So if you go into tracker visuals, background texture, you can see Doi Pingu incomplete. It's a nice subtle texture. It's only the incomplete texture that you see the most on the overlay. I like it. It's a clean recolor, and I'm always happy when people share those so everyone can use them. So super nice. On the same note, I also added Kitty's one, which is a half done texture. I might have to pull up the beautiful categorical template. We also have a co-op template. We also have the black cat template. Been adding a lot of stuff. Amazing texture Kitty made. Obviously, the texture itself has her name in it, so always try and be nice and credit the people. And what else? Oh yeah, I fixed something with Hermes that like manual completion persists. Oh yeah, this was also something that was criticized, obviously, a lot, and I took that very seriously. When I participated in the 12-player new version co-op all advancements run, I noticed how much of a pain it was to share a template and have everyone have it named the exact way. And therefore, if you export a template now, let me just go release resources templates. I'm just going to export it here. This is the A-Tool optimized one. If you export this template and you were to import it again, so I'm going to do import template, I select it, it now knows exactly how it was exported. So the prefill doesn't guess anymore. So now you just hit confirm. Everything is pre-selected. If you have to change something, that will have to be explicitly done. But now it will explicitly be transferred. And this happens with a so-called manifest file that is embedded into the zip file, right? So let me go over advancedly is resources templates. This right here, this is advancedly.template or advancedly_template.json, which basically just has the version, the category, and optional flag. It's the simplest that. It just reads this file. If this file does not exist, it will just guess as before, right? And obviously, the zipping now includes the layout file as well. If there are any decorations or anything that has coordinate values, it will put it in here. It's the same thing with, I don't even know what I just opened there. It's the same thing with, I think I pressed F1, yeah. It's the same thing with the has layout tag. Like anything that has the has layout part here, you can see that with the none, it doesn't have a layout. But all of these have a layout. And so whenever there's a has layout, that's when there's a layout file, at least one. If that layout file doesn't exist, you also don't get a layout drop down in the first place. So if I switch back, this is the beautiful all blocks template, which I might very well just hop into now. Yeah, a lot of new templates added. This is the all blocks template. This is Erica's SSG template, Black Cat template. I changed the auto updater. This is awesome. I know Duncan complained about it, and rightfully so. Thank you, Erica, for letting me know. I can quickly show you guys. I mean, you guys have seen it now. I'm still going to show it real quick. I just fake my way to a lower advancedly version. I start this. It will now, yeah, properly render the auto updater window. It's beautiful. And you just confirm one and go through the entire thing. I initially had the auto updater set up in those multiple steps so I could like see every step of the way happening and have it like pause each way. But that's like stupid, obviously, for production. And therefore, yeah, I changed that now because obviously you can only press OK. There's no other decision you can make. So why force that on you instead of just making it quicker? You can use Schwefelcube instead and can only despawn when you're in the same dimension. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, but that requires a lot of setup. Yeah, so you have proper rendering on this now. You can't do anything besides like later, all of these. And if you now hit update, it properly just goes through the updating process as usual. It downloads the zip file through an advancedly update.txt. That's where like the URL is in there. You can temporarily see that file in like the folder. Yeah, update underscore URL.txt. You can see it gets a tag. This file will be deleted. You're gonna see it's gonna be removed. And yeah. Then what I also added, because it's constantly a thing, right? Like, I have so many people who use Advancedly, and I mean like 100 of users every week, or 100 of new downloads every week. And my mom keeps bugging me. It's not just my mom. Like, it's reasonable, obviously, that why are you not getting any donations? Why are you putting in so much effort when nothing is coming? Like, I have so much fun working on it, but I have, like, I have to, you know, be a little more pushy towards reminding people, hey, this is a solo project. Do you mind donating? So all I did, it's nothing super crazy. You have this message. I completely tried my best, spent a while like refining the words because I want it to be personal. The only cost that really exists is the $12 a year for the server hosting. Everything else is just my time. And so this message now pops up at the very beginning when you first use Advancedly. It pops up when you update Advancedly. And it pops up every 10 times. So every 10th time when you open Advancedly, this pops up as well. And I think this is really, really not pushing it. I'm trying to like associate it with moments where you had some kind of gratitude, some kind of good moment, some pleasure using Advancedly. I don't want it to be annoying. So you can obviously just ignore it. And yeah. The rest is still the same. Harby Dex, welcome in. Hello. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. I'm quickly yapping about my Minecraft tracker. We're gonna get into the game very, very soon. So that's what I did. I just added a little more of a reminder to maybe consider donating. But obviously, it's not that deep. It's just nice if I can make it a little more sustainable, because obviously I don't earn a lot of money. Then that's what I did. Oh yeah, edits, inverts. Basically on bulk actions, you can just invert the selection. It's not that crazy. I don't want to get lost in the nitty-gritty stuff though, but obviously if you select something, bulk select, you can do the invert selection. It's just like everything else. It's pretty straightforward. And then, yeah, I added settings presets. One thing that is currently not in the release yet, that I fixed after the latest release, is that setting presets now also store the value of custom goals or counters. So if I were to switch to, let's say, the test template, where we have a counter, let's just make it E and F. And I'm just gonna like count up the cake, count forever. So it's gonna be like on 15. I'm gonna make a preset called 15, create preset. Then I'm gonna reduce the count or just change it. Then I'm gonna load the preset 15. I made so many different presets. Load, I apply, and apply. Do I have to like, no, it should. Okay, maybe I have to apply here and then I can load. Why are you not loading? Did it not work? I'm gonna remove this preset. Apply. 7. Create preset. I'm gonna like close this, then I'm gonna modify this a little bit. I'm gonna select 7, I'm gonna load it and apply. Okay, there's something still weird, I guess. I'll look into. Dude, I'm already sweating. It's crazy. Okay, but that's why it's not production ready yet. Oh, it's of course because I updated Advancedly to the release where it doesn't have it yet. No, you're great. That's why it doesn't work. Because again, this is something that will be fixed in the next release. Right. That makes a lot of sense. Because that version I was running there didn't have it yet. Now, invert bulk selection, blah, blah, restart advancedly got removed on a lot of... on everything that isn't Windows, because it actually didn't fully work. Then we have the all blocks. All blocks template I showed here. And... it carries a performance notice now. Yeah, right. I want to show the most important thing now out of all of this. That is the most exciting part. We obviously have the co-op template. We have a 112 categorical by Scrambled as well. He's been grinding. And I added this new cursor thing. Just going to check if there's anything else. Oh yeah, arrow keys nudge the selection now. It's as straightforward as it sounds. So if you select something in the template editor, you can use the arrow keys to adjust it by 1 pixel. Thought that was pretty nice. Obviously works with the multi-selection. But let me show the last thing that is like a massive, massive thing. Okay, later. I don't want to do the update. I'm going to actually change this back to 4. Don't show this. I'm going to go in here. I can apply the settings. And now I'm going to go all blocks. And the main problem is, and this is really hard to avoid because I'm already simplifying things, this template gets quite laggy because of all these checkboxes that have to be rendered. And obviously, like, text also isn't shown. You can see this notice up here. For better performance, go into settings, tracker visuals, performance reveal checkboxes. You can already see, like, zooming in makes the performance better because culling finally applies to manual layout as well. Culling basically just means it doesn't render anything or doesn't do any render calculations for anything that is off screen. I've had that for the regular automatic layout for a while, but never had it for the manual layout. It does that for all the different layout positions individually. And the cool thing now is in tracker visuals, you can do reveal checkbox in your cursor, reveal text in your cursor. If you apply this and you have the radius 120, it only renders the checkboxes and it only renders the text around your cursor. You can see that the anchor point of the text is like the bottom left corner here. So that's why it only reveals with the anchor point, like text specifically reveals with the anchor point. So like here, the anchor point is like top center. And this is huge for performance. This is absolutely huge for performance. And obviously this all still works as expected. It is beautiful. There was also an issue with like way too much entries getting written into the settings file. That's all fixed. That like changing the hiding mode would set everything like that isn't selected back to false and would just like be a lot of unnecessary write operation. And yeah, that's all optimized now. And I love this performance improvement. Plus, obviously, the culling itself. Yeah, makes the template a lot more usable. You have this little radius that only appears when the mouse is moving. So that's pretty cool. I think that's about it, what I want to talk about. For the new 7 by future rounds, I think you should save like a minute. Yeah. Just hit it on the pressure plate occasion. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kill the big guy because only the baby can despawn. Ah! The big guy... Wait, what? The big guys can't despawn? Is that because of, like, putting a block into it? I guess because you do that with the TNT. Yeah, I obviously... Yeah, there are a lot of other stuff. A lot of stuff related to the layout file. And I didn't really touch that yet because it's a relatively small deal. I mean, it kind of works as expected. You just have separate layout files wherever you can select language file. And one thing that's also really nice when you like delete or add a new language file, it doesn't kick you out of the language file screen, basically, because that used to be annoying. And that is also fixed now, obviously, with the layout files as well. Oh, I keep forgetting you can put them in a bucket. Actually, it's stupid because I literally just recently added all of the 26.1 icon files. So they are in the latest release as well. So you have all your 26.2 icon files as well. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, so basically you have the layout files if you go tool optimize, and let's say so I click on the template itself, then I have the option to create the new layout file. Doesn't matter how it's named. I can choose that layout file and just say, I don't know, I'm on the tool optimized. Am I? This does not look like the tool optimized. I break it earlier? Maybe. It's just not the manual. Oh, right. No, it makes sense, because... Brother, I'm confusing myself. Because this layout file is empty. Here we have all the layout. Here we don't. And obviously it immediately applies. There we go. Yeah, so that is beautiful. That's it, I think. With like everything that's worth touching, you can make the new layout files and edit them separately. Beautiful. Since the layout file doesn't have anything, it actually just puts everything on the side here. And you can work with it as you please. And as I said, multi-select, and you can like use the arrow keys to nudge things around. It's also pretty neat. And yippee. Beautiful. Oh, and it switches back to the hiding mode that you initially had. Cool. That's it. Added Oscar's YouTube to the credits. I guess that's actually the only change I made today. Yippee! Let's go. So that should cover most of the features added from version 1.5.1 all the way up to 1.5.4. Good. I think I touched upon most things. Especially performance enhancing fixes and ghost player stuff I didn't touch upon too much. The advancement assignments. Yeah, you just have a drop down below the co-op lobby where you can select the any complex advancements and assign them to players. Otherwise, it just does it automatically based on who has the most criteria there. So it's like the previous behavior. Super crazy stuff. I've been adding a lot of templates recently because people have been cranking. And I'm hoping the Blazing Caves template continues to be worked on, because now more than ever will performance be even better if you use the cursor reveal setting that basically allows to render around only the mouse cursor, at least text and checkboxes, because those are so much more rendering than anything else, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hello, MT. Hello, XL. I'm sorry if this wasn't James Bond, but I held back on doing any of the devlogs for a while because I didn't want you to complain. But yeah, now 4 updates later, I gotta at least do something. This was devlog number 49, by the way. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's honestly like the project that gives me the most popularity. So I gotta honor it as much as I can. Bam, bam, bam. +3! Oh my freaking god. Let's freaking go. Bam, bam, bam. And one thing I can say already, the next update now will be an overlay update, which that will be a big one, so don't expect it to come out anytime soon. That will be a massive one, simply because I will really try and add things that A-Tool hasn't even, like, A-Tool doesn't do. That was so slow. I worked on the first couple commands. Alright, I'm gonna see... Where did I have my face cam? Where did I have my face cam? That's the question now.